What kind of woman did you have to become to step into the life that you have now?
I had to learn to feel confident in prioritizing myself without guilt. I am my most important asset. So I'm always constantly investing in myself. I'm investing in my mindset. I'm investing in my education. I'm investing in how I show up physically, how I show up emotionally. So just being obsessed with always pouring into myself and not feeling guilty about it. Having the audacity, having the permission to start my day with myself. I have a 5 to 9 before I have a 9 to 5, not linking my success and identity solely to a career, but what I'm passionate about, what I'm purposeful and intentional about will help guide you through everything as well. Being self-discerning and figuring out what are you prioritizing in your life, what are your standards, what are your beliefs, what is the strict program you're running?
Right.
And doing it with discipline too, being disciplined in the fact that having rest, taking time to rest is productive.
Right.
Rest is revolutionary. Rest is needed to access the highest version of yourself. And also being able to align myself with an identity versus just goals.
And one thing that I love about you is that you're so filled with curiosity. And you love to learn, you know, and work on yourself. One thing that I thought was so funny when we were talking is that you're subscribed to Masterclass.
I am.
Yeah. And I think that that's so cool because we really take for granted the fact that we need to be lifelong learners and absorbing so much information to get to where we are. Is this something, like, have you always been this curious? Have you always been very into, you know, self-care, you know, with a
typical physical
way?
Performative, like I do my nails, my hair, like, yes, but there's more to that. Your mindset is the center of excellence for everything you do in life. How you think, how you frame your perspective, how you talk to yourself, manifest into your reality. So for me, I love to be constantly curious. I love to be pouring not only into myself physically, like, yes, I go to the gym. Yes, I get my hair done. Yes, I get my makeup done. Yes, I do all the things. But how am I feeding my mind? How am I feeding my spirit? And to me, it starts with being constantly curious and always wanting to level up, always wanting to learn something new, always wanting to seek new perspectives, seek new insights, hear from different people from different perspectives and industries and walks of life. And just take that in as well. So I think you can be very self-introspective, but I think hearing input from other people and like also learning from their experiences is also very powerful.
And how do you think that that helps you on a day-to-day basis in your career, you know, because you're working with so many people all the time. So what do you think that gives you an edge?
It does, because you have, to your point, I have to work with so many different people. So being able to understand different walks of life, how people show up in different spaces, people from different ages, different backgrounds, different religions. We're representing broad consumers, are representing a dynamic world. So you always have to be leveling up, learning how to be on the front lines. Like as a marketer, you need to be in the community. You need to know what people are complaining about. What do they want? What are they missing? What do they desire? And that starts with being curious about people's needs. And how can you, as a marketer, as a brand, as a human, pour back into them, be of service to them, serve them. So you have to be a listener as well as someone who's also making decisions. Like your most powerful tool is your ability to listen, to be empathetic, and to be, the world changes so fast. It's so dynamic. Trends change, culture change. So just always having space to be a constant learner. The teacher will find you. And sometimes the teacher is someone on an event. It could be someone on the internet. It could be someone sitting across from you. So just having an open mind can change your life.
Oh my gosh. And I love that you said that you have to be empathetic.
Yes.
Yeah, because that is where you like really unlock certain things, you know, because you see, okay, what is this person going through? How can I fix it? How can I help, you know? And then that, because I talk to a lot of like creator friends and they're just like, I don't know like how to like find my niche. I don't know, you know, what message to share. Think about the person that you really want to touch, or like that woman that's watching you. Like, what are her pain points? What are the things that she's looking for? What is she trying to figure out? What is she dealing with in her life every day? And that takes a level of empathy, you know?
It does.
And understanding of the fact that the world is bigger than you are. And, you know, there are things that people are going through that you may not see or go through in your own life.
Right. I love that. And I think a good way to figure out what your niche is, because it's confusing. There's so much, it's overwhelming when you go online. It's like there's so many different trends. There's TikTok, there's YouTube, there's blog, like there's just a lot of different content. So when I'm confused or when people are confused about, I don't know what to speak about, I go point it back to them, like, what do people compliment you on the most? When you're with your friends or family, like what type of advice do they ask you for? It's a good way to hold up a mirror to see how people see you and how you can be of service and value to them.
And it's a good way to be organic. Obviously you're creating content.
Yes.
But it's like, am I like pulling from some fantasy life, or am I really just showing the people like what it means to be me and to have, to be in my shoes on a day-to-day basis. And I feel like that's where like the best creators are built and the most engaging and captivating people are built, when you're just like, okay, they are truly themselves. The word authenticity, I hate
the word authenticity. It's so done.
It's so, and
it's
your
so authentic important. Self, like bring your authentic self to work. Be authentic. What does that even mean?
I feel like it's subjective now.
It is,
because people are mistaking authenticity for coming on here looking raggedy or crazy. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes coming on, and just like being unpolished. Whereas someone's authenticity might be like super polished.
That may just be how you show up in the world. That's just how I am.
Yeah.
And that's also okay. You don't have to show the craziness and like you crying all the time. Like maybe I am polished in real life. Maybe I am classy and button up in real life. But I do turn up sometimes too.
Exactly.
There is duality and different elements of who people are. And I think it's up to you to show how much you want to show or don't want to show.
Exactly.
And what feels comfortable to you, most importantly.
Right. And
what feels very uncomfortable.
Yeah. And that duality is something that I feel like shines with you a lot, because you are very put together. You're very
I do what I can.
Yes. You're very thoughtful and intentional, but also you're so much fun.
Love to have a good time. We work hard, but we play harder.
Yes. Yeah. Bri has a good time.
I do have a good time.
So you talk a lot about manifestation and intention. What did you believe about yourself before life started to reflect what you wanted? So before you were in this position, having all the things that you do now, what did you believe about yourself to get you to that point? Because I think there are a lot of women who want a grand life and they want to be, the CEO or the, someone who is the director of this, and they want to lead things. How do they bring that into their lifestyle before it happens?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think before you aspire to be something, start living as that person today. So if you want to be a CEO, start acting like a CEO today and do an identity shift. Think about if I was a CEO, what would they do with their mornings? What does that routine entail? How do they speak? How do they dress? What rooms and spaces are they going to? So if you start to shift your mindset to an identity, start to align yourself with that identity, you'll start to slowly become that person. Your current reality will start to morph into the person that you want to be. So start with the identity shift and identifying the habits, the behaviors, and lifestyles of what that person or that archetype looks like, what they're doing, how they move in the world.
And so what are some things that you incorporated into your life to help with that shift?
So I have a few different characters or archetypes in my head in terms of how I see myself.
Oh my God. I love that. Okay, so
I have several identities. I would say I am a glamour queen. I love the glam. I love style and beauty. I am a corporate baddie. Like, yes, I'm professional. Yes, I have a career. Yes, I'm intelligent. Yes, I'm educated. But I also, again, like to have fun. I like to do things with intention. I like to do things that are creative. I'm not sterile. So I like to have this corporate baddie aesthetic. People tell me all the time. What else? I see myself as an ethereal goddess, very feminine, very spiritual, and just tapped in with myself. And then rich wife. Ooh. Rich wife energy.
Hello. Okay.
Hello.
I love that you have this rich life energy, especially I know that you're dating right now and you're not married yet. However,
you have to move like a wife to be a wife. You have to start acting like the person you want to be tomorrow, today. I would say. So start embodying all those attributes, and that's what you're going to attract. If you're moving like that person, if you are acting like that person, if you're in the spaces, you have the proximity, you start seeking the access, you start aligning your lifestyle with those habits and routines, your mind will slowly start to attract what you're already doing and becoming.
Oh my gosh. No, it's so true though. And the thing is, it happens quickly.
It does. You don't even realize it.
Yes.
Because again, it becomes part of your routine and you're not looking at it as just like a habit or something on a to-do list because you're adopting a lifestyle.
Yeah. I've been doing that in my life and just like changing things because I'm like, okay, you're this woman who you want to be this host. You want to be this speaker. You want to have your own show. How do you, and I love what you say about like, how do you start your mornings? Because I think a lot of people think, okay,
oh my God.
So I want to be this, boss of my life. I need to, clock in certain hours at work or do this certain thing with work. But everything else before work and after work matters as well.
That's where the real work begins.
Exactly. I'm getting up earlier. I'm making sure that I'm working out. I'm moving my body so that I have the stamina, the energy, and I also look and feel as confident as I need to be, so that when I walk into a room, there's nothing that, is really holding me back from really exuding that full confidence.
Absolutely.
So I had to start making those shifts. And when I tell you things started happening, like overnight, like things were really just starting to move for me so much better. I was getting more opportunities. Things were aligning for me when it came to the podcast. I think it all just brought into perspective that I'm doing the right thing and I'm on the right path, because things are now attracted to me.
Exactly.
You attract these things when you start moving in a way that allows you to be open.
Yeah. It's moving in a way, it's having the vision, also doing the work.
Yes.
People think just having a mood board, having a vision board, having a list of affirmations that you read every morning will do it for you.
Yeah.
It's part of the process, but you have to also be doing the work. There has to be the ambition, the intent, and the work that aligns with the vision as well. So like you said, how you start your mornings and how you book in your day from your mornings to your evenings. So for me, I have a 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5.
Yes.
So from 5 a.m., I'm waking up, I'm easing into my day. It's a slow morning. It's me having my hot water with lemon. It is me having my coffee. It is me watching a podcast or reading a book, or just sitting in stillness and allowing myself to just think and feel before I just step into the chaos of the day. And starting my morning serving myself allows me to serve others better, right? Like I can't imagine the thought of, or I used to do this actually when I was in my 20s. You start the day and it's like immediately going from like, I'm out of bed and I'm rushing to the laptop or I'm rushing to work, and it's like this endless hamster wheel of like the cycle and the hustle, and you feel depleted because you started your day in chaos. You started your day, you open up the phone, you're taking everybody else's energy, you open up your inbox, it's like everyone's asking for something from you, your phone's going off, your emails, your team chat, and it's just like you're waking up to chaos, your nervous system is unregulated. So I was super intentional about starting my day, prioritizing myself, and also give myself grace to know it's okay to be obsessed with yourself. It's okay to prioritize yourself, because if you're not showing up for yourself, nobody else will. And you teach people how to treat you by how you treat yourself.
Yes.
So I'm very precious with myself. I'm very intentional with myself. And I'm obsessed. So I want anyone that's around me to also have that same energy and respect for me as well. I'm going to pour it right back into you, because I started doing that for myself too.
Oh my gosh. Was there a moment, like an epiphany or like an aha moment, that helped you to make that shift? Or did it just happen naturally?
I think the pandemic was like the impetus for that, because before that, and actually just divine timing, in my 20s, I worked in the city. Like my whole career, I was working in New York City. It was commuting from New Jersey, and I'm sure you're familiar with it, New Jersey to New York City commute, getting up early, wait on the bus in the sun, the heat, the cold, like all kinds of crazy conditions. You're waiting outside the bus. You're on the bus for an hour, sitting in traffic, next to people, talking on the phone, sneezing, coughing, all types of crazy things.
Yes.
And you get out the bus and you're like, piloted,
it's the loudness.
It's just the loudness and like grit of it all. And then you get off the bus, you're in noisy, crazy Port Authority. Then I'm going downstairs, I'm on the subway, it's a train. It's just like this constant like hustle. So I got just acclimated and used to that for almost 10, 12 years of my career. And then in February 2020, I ended up switching jobs. I went to Unilever, which is in New Jersey, right?
Yes.
So I started in February 2020. Pandemic was March 2020.
Yeah, girl.
So my whole life, I've been used to this hustle and bustle of the commute, the fast-paced life, the grind, the working nonstop. I would get up at 6 a.m. and I wouldn't get home till maybe 7:30. Then you still have to figure out what I'm eating for dinner. Try to like unwind, catch up on your phones, maybe watch a TV show. And then you like look up, it's time to go to bed. So there was no time for yourself. I didn't have time to wake up early and just have a leisure slow morning. I didn't have time to work out in the mornings like I do now and prioritize. So I didn't have space for that. And I didn't even think it was possible, because work was your priority. That was like your main focus. That was what you're taught to do. It's like this millennial hustle, grind culture. Like you're living the life, you're living the dream. You got your degree and know everything. You got the job, you have all the things, and like no one ever taught you to prioritize yourself. Like that wasn't something I grew up with. It was just something you just work hard and you just figure things out. So when the pandemic happened and the world slowed down, you were working from home, people were prioritizing literally their health because people are getting sick. So allow me time to think about, what do I want? What makes me happy? What do I need? How do I better serve myself? Because the world is so crazy and it forced us to be slow. It forced us to be still. And I learned balance from that. I learned to prioritize myself. And I'm such an introvert as well. So it was like just a peaceful moment for me. I was able to travel so much more. The planes were empty. The ticket sales were low. You'd be able to travel, have your laptop, and I'm like working, and there's like the beach and just water behind me, and I'm walking. And it allowed me to just slow down and reshift my mindset to know it's okay to focus on yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, you can't show up for others. You can't show up and do a great job. If my mind is constantly crazed and busy and like just constantly spinning, I can't be effective at my job. So the pandemic really, I would say, was the impetus for how I navigate my mindset and the prioritization of self.